Joshua, the warrior who brought a nation home. From wandering to conquest, the rise of a fearless leader. After 40 long, blistering years of wandering the desert, an entire generation had passed. Moses, the mighty deliverer, was gone. The people stood at the edge of the promised land, weary, uncertain, but filled with hope. Who would lead now? Enter Joshua, not a prophet with a staff, but a warrior with a sword. Not a speaker of plagues, but a man of battle plans and bold faith. God spoke directly to him. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. With those words, Joshua stepped into destiny. The first challenge, the Jordan River, flooded, wild, impassable. But Joshua didn't flinch. He told the priests to carry the Ark of the Covenant straight into the water. And when their feet touched the river's edge, the water split. The people walked through on dry ground. It was a second Red Sea moment. Not to escape slavery, but to enter promise. Next came Jericho. A city with walls as thick as fear. No battering rams, no catapults. Just faith and footsteps. Joshua followed God's strange instructions. March, blow trumpets, shout. And on the seventh day, at the seventh lap, with a mighty cry, the walls fell flat. No swords needed, just obedience. The land wasn't given, it was taken. Joshua led battle after battle. City after city fell, not just because of his skill, but because the commander of the Lord's army fought beside him. He divided the land among the tribes of Israel, fulfilling the promise God made to Abraham centuries before. Joshua's final words, a legacy of choice. Before his final breath, Joshua stood before the nation and gave one last command: choose this day whom you will serve. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Moral of the story: when God says go, fear is not an option. When you obey, walls fall. When you lead with courage, generations cross over. Joshua was more than a conqueror. He was a man who turned God's promises into reality. Do you have a promise from God that you're waiting to see come to pass? Are there walls in your life that seem too high, too wide, or too strong to overcome? Remember Joshua's faith. Remember the Jordan and the walls of Jericho. When God says go, don't just take a step. Take a leap of faith. Obedience may not feel like a battle plan, but it is a battle worth fighting. For every promise of God is yes and amen. And our part is to believe, obey, and enter into our rest. I hope this story inspires you today. May you never stop believing in God's promises, and may you never stop fighting for them. Until next time, keep believing and keep fighting.
God bless you.